The weather is still really bad here, so I do apologise if the lighting keeps changing. It's overcast. I mean, at least it stopped raining, but it's still pretty bad, so I do apologise. But anyway, I'm Bianca, and welcome to my bookworm sanctuary, or welcome back. So basically today I wanted to give you a mid-month wrap-up. I didn't think I was going to give you a mid-month wrap-up, but honestly, I've read more books than I thought I was going to, so why not? So I've got 11 books to let you know. I'm basically not going to let you know of any of my stats or anything like that. Pardon me. I'll let you know those at the end of the month. But so with my books read so far this month, they've actually mostly been audios or ebooks. So I actually haven't read any physical books this month so far. And I guess we'll go straight into it. So first book I read this month is Reality Check by Evie Mitchell. This one's like a short novella thing, part of the Thor shipbuilding series. So I read the X List and something else. Can't remember what it's called now. Clean Sweep? I think it was Clean Sweep. Anyway, they're part of the series as well. So I just continued on basically. So this one was about Liv and Ian. Liv is the sister of Eric and the others. Anyway, this is a really, really short novella thing as well. She has a one-night stand with Ian and she ends up pregnant. And it's basically their relationship and trying to figure everything out. It's really sweet. It's really short. I loved it. Really not too much to say about it. And then I continued on with Astrid and Robbie. This one's The Christmas Contract by Evie Mitchell. I loved this. This was fantastic. Astrid's written a book that her family doesn't know about. And Robbie is an actor who's sort of being typecast as, the good-looking romantic movie dude. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, he reads this book, absolutely falls in love with it, and he wants the film rights. So the book is sort of him trying to talk Astrid into the film rights and, them sort of getting together and going from there as well. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then I went into another Evie Mitchell, but this one is Bad English. Not part of the Thor shipbuilding series as far as I'm aware. But Enid is a professor of something. Can't remember. This one again is really short, sweet as well. Henry has come in, likes Enid, and it's just them basically just trying to figure each other out, I guess. Pardon me. Enid is got confidence issues, and Henry thinks she's gorgeous, and not much to say about that one. And then I read the Half Orcs Maiden Bride by Ruby Dixon. Try to say that 5 times quick. Love this. Absolutely love this. This was fantastic. I wasn't a huge fan of, I think it was the King's Spinster Bride, but it's the same sort of universe with this one. But you don't really need to read the Spinster Bride to understand this. But basically, Agakor is a half orc, and he needs a marriage basically with this prim lady, to be respected more and stuff like that, because obviously there's prejudice and not nice things towards orcs. And he's just this sweet. He's just so sweet. He really is. And I can't pronounce her name, Iolanthe. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry. But she is a tad too tall. I feel that. She's taller than I am, though. Tad too tall. She feels like her nose is too big. She just doesn't feel like she's overly attractive. Agakor thinks she's beautiful. And it's just it's just beautiful. I loved it. Loved it. There's stuff going on because of her father, but it's more just them learning each other, and she's very curious about sexual things, and it's just sexy, really sexy. So, I missed the Mafia readathon. Not surprised there. I live under a rock. I forgot about it, really. There's no excuse. I just forgot about it and then realised the Mafia romance thing was going on when everybody started talking about what they were reading and their vlogs started to come out and stuff like that. So I missed the Mafia readathon, but I guess in honour of the readathon, I decided I'd pick up a Mafia book for shits and giggles and just, in the spirit of the readathon, pretend I sort of half participated. So it was a toss-up between Sophie Lark and Giana Darling. I've heard heaps about their books, and I know they're kind of popular, and I thought, well, if I pick either Sophie Lark or Giana Darling, at least it's probably going to be a safe bet. And, it's probably going to be a decent book, and I'm probably going to like it. Most likely. So went on Kindle, and Giana Darling came up first. So I was like, all right, well, I'll read Giana. Figured out that Lessons in Corruption is the first book in the Fallen Men series. So it's free on Kindle Unlimited. So I picked it up, but I've got Audible as well. And so it sort of was like $3.50 for the audio book with this. I went, all right, why not? I read the audio or listened to the audio, and yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Whew, talk about hot. King is one. He's hot, very, very hot. And Cressida is stronger than she thinks. And yeah, she's his teacher. So she basically is recently separated from her marriage. She's in her mid to late 20s. And she's a teacher, and she more or less falls head over heels insta-lovey for King. And she knows that he's part of a motorcycle club, you could tell. And yeah, he's her student, basically. So there's all that problems. And then her trying to, there's problems with her ex, and then there's problems with the fact that King's part of a motorcycle club and Cressida is not part of that life. And yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Devoured it. I think less than one day. I think I read it or listened to it on like 2.2 speed, 2.20, something like that. Anything higher than that, it all turns into garble in my ears. So, but yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then because I couldn't help myself and I loved it so much, I went straight into Welcome to the Dark Side by Giana Darling. Another Fallen Men series. Loved this. Absolutely loved this as well. This is Zeus and Lulu. I can see the taboo aspect of this and where it possibly could creep some people out, but it didn't for me, and it worked. So Zeus basically saves Lulu's life when she's about 7. He goes to jail, but they start up correspondence. So the beginning of this book is them talking more or less to each other. A 7-year-old to a grown man with kids her age. But nothing really happens until they meet again when she's 17. And yeah, as she's grown up, she's started to feel things for Zeus. So there's that taboo aspect of it, I guess. I didn't find this creepy, though, at all. I found it really, really, really fucking sexy, to be honest. It was just, I loved it. Loved both of them. They were fantastic. And then I moved into, because I went on a Giana Darling thing. And then I read Good Gone Bad. This is about Harper Lee and Lionel. And Lionel's the cop, Dana is the cop, policeman, whatever. And there's this whole thing going on with a rival MC club, and Harley Rose, unfortunately, has just killed her boyfriend, basically, her abusive boyfriend. And Dana sort of pulls her out of that and helps her out. And then there's this whole thing with the rival MC club, and I loved it, really loved it. I will say, though, I probably preferred Lessons in Corruption and Welcome to the Dark Side just a tad more than this one. Something about this just slightly fell flat for me, but it was still fantastic. Absolutely loved it. And then I went on more audiobooks. I don't know why, but I did. So with this, it's actually part of the Wedding Dare series, and I got these on Audible Plus, so they're part of the Plus catalogue. I actually think I picked it up because of Katie Robert. So I got Seducing the Bridesmaid, and it's by Katie Robert. And this one, I liked the idea of it. It's a destination wedding, and basically all the friends and the bridesmaids and the wedding party all fall in love with each other, basically. So Seducing the Bridesmaid is about Brock and Regan, and Regan's this cares about her appearance boss lady, I guess. And it's just them going through the motions of the wedding and stuff. They've got things they've got to do. There's a scavenger hunt, dancing, and a few other little bits and pieces they've all got to do. So this one's about Regan Brock. Really loved it. He's a southern cowboy type who apparently doesn't have any sort of future, but, has his own non-profit, what do you want to call them? What do you call them? Foundation things. So he's part of that. And then I also read Falling for the Groomsman. So each book is written by a different author. So this one is about Christine and Tyler. Christine's a journalist and Tyler was a groomsman. Well, obviously, since it's called Falling for the Groomsman. But Tyler and Christine, same sort of deal as Brock and Regan. There's this whole thing where there's a slight thing where the bridesmaids are trying to all go after Logan, or a couple of them are. But with Christine and Tyler, they've had a past as well. He took her virginity in a hallway and then ran away. So they really haven't had much to do with each other since. And yeah, that's their sort of thing. I really enjoyed these. They were quick, they were fun for what they were, and yeah, they're only really quick. And then I read Baiting the Maid of Honor. This one's by Tessa Bailey. I think this is my first Tessa Bailey, I think. I really liked this. This was Gillian Reid. Julie was she organised the whole wedding. She's the maid of honor, obviously, baiting the maid of honor. And I think it was Reed. He was a friend of the groom, of the bride, of the groom, whatever he is called. Anyway, Julie and Reed have the same sort of deal. Look, there's really not much I can tell you about these books. It's a destination wedding and they all sort of do the same thing, but it's all different, if that makes sense. And then I also read The Best Man with Benefits, and that one's by Samantha Beck. That one's about Sophie and Logan. And Sophie's the younger sister of the groom and Logan's cult's best friend, I believe. And Logan's been asked to sort of not babysit, but help very shy Sophie get out of her room and actually interact with people and stuff. And they start up a thing, and yeah, it was really, really quick, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I'm really sorry if I sound like Croaky McCroak. For whatever reason, my voice really hates me this morning. My sinuses have really been hating me lately, and I'm sorry about the weird lighting. We've had really bad weather here lately, so yeah. anyways, that's basically the first 11 books that I've read in May. Did I say April? I meant May. So yeah, these are the books that I basically read. I will let you know of the books that I'll read for the rest of the month in my end of month wrap up, and I'll let you know of all my stats and stuff. But yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I shall catch you next time. Bye.